We are now on Tuesday. So now we're going to finish up Psalm 22. So let's pick back up on verse 22. 22. Says, I will proclaim your name to my brothers and sisters. I will praise you in the assembly. You who fear the Lord, praise him. All you descendants of Jacob, honor him. All you descendants of Israel, revere him. For he has not despised or abhorred the torment of the oppressed. He did not hide his face from him, but listened when he cried to him for help. I will give praise in the great assembly because of you. I will fulfill my vows before those who fear you. The humble will eat and be satisfied. Those who seek the Lord will praise him. May your hearts live forever. All the ends of the earth will remember and turn to the Lord. All the families of the nations will bow down before you. For kingship belongs to the Lord. He rules the nations. All who prosper on earth will eat and bow down. There's a siren out there. It's pretty loud. All who go down to the dust will kneel before him, even the one who cannot preserve his life. Their descendants will serve him. The next generation will be told about the Lord. They will come and declare his righteousness. To a people yet to be born, they will declare what he has done. Now, we're kind of on the theme of identity for this week, and I want to keep that theme going. So we talked about in the last lesson that Jesus became poor so that we could be rich, that our identity is glory to glory, more than conquerors, and that Jesus' identity was to be a man of many sorrows, beaten, bruised, scourged, and put to death, even though he was 100% innocent. And that it's from that place that worship really takes hold in you. Because once again, there are so many religions in the world that are offering things, but these offerings are in some way or another dependent on how good of a person can you be? How good of a person can you be in order for all of these things to take place in your life? But with Christianity, what really sets it apart is that God has already moved over 2,000 years ago. There is no condition on God's waiting to do something. No, God has already done it. God has already moved on our behalf. God already came down in the form of man on our behalf. It's a done deal. This is not something that's future tense. I hope God does something. No, everything is God has already done something. And when we realize that he loved us before we even made a choice of, God, I want to love you, I want to honor you, I want to follow you, that God isn't waiting for you to be perfect. He's not waiting for you to rise to this level of holiness before he says, all right, now I can bless you. No, the only factor is to realize that, man, Jesus did so much on our behalf. When he came down as a servant, he really meant that he came down as a servant. To realize that God, I want to really nail this in your head, that God was the one who got down and washed Peter's feet. God was the one who went through all the suffering, who went through all the torment, the anguish. It says that when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, right before he was to be sent for trial, it says that there was sweat as blood pouring down from him. The physical anguish he was in was so much, and that by the time he even got to carrying the cross, he was so beaten, so brutally marred, that it says that he didn't look human, and that he was not able to carry the cross for himself. He needed help to carry the cross. But yet, even through all of that pain and anguish, when he finally is on the cross dying, he says, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. And there's not a single moment where Jesus lashes out and says, I told you so, or look what I'm doing, or I'm going to prove you wrong. No, he prays on their behalf that there's mercy for them. And that it's from that position, when you realize how much Jesus has done for you, that you can really say, praise him, all you descendants, and honor him. Because the only reason why he did all of that was because he loved you and because he wanted relationship with you. We can look at it as a husband and a wife. The book of Hosea is really good for this because it shows that you have a wife who isn't faithful and you have a husband who has a command to be faithful, and that as unfaithful as the wife gets, in Hosea the wife is a prostitute and the wife is, she's just going all over, but Hosea has a command to love her, and that's what he does. And what the book of Hosea is saying is that even though we are not perfect, God's love is perfect. That his offer of love is not dependent on us being a good person. It's only dependent on us saying, I'm sorry I did those things, and all I want to do is hand it over to you so you can make it right on my behalf. And there's so much praise and thanksgiving to be given from that heart posture. So with that said, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, and I hope you have a great day.